Ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him. Give it up for Mike Kobin.
What's up, everybody? Give it up for yourselves out here. All right. Everybody feeling good? How'd you guys enjoy your lineup beforehand? Yeah? It's good. I feel good. I feel good being down here. It feels like a comedy club. It's been a while since I've been in a comedy club. Most of my shows, I travel to the venue and I walk in and I'm like, God damn, I know I ain't Soul Brother, but I walk up in there and I'm like, shit, am I about to be put up for auction or something? Like, it's a little nerve-wracking in here. We're good, though. We're good in this room. I love this, man. I don't know if anybody noticed when I came up here, you know, I'm not cool. I don't have swag. I kind of just stumble around now. It's because I tore my Achilles not that long ago. It's a true thing. I mean, you guys can offer that. It's a horrible fucking thing. My tendon ruptured into my calf muscle. Do you guys understand how painful that is? It was bad. I had a boot on for months. My leg shriveled up and looked like a tennis player's arm for a while. I was walking around looking like O.J. Simpson and shit, just got that little stupid gimp. It was bad, man. Like, that boot, too. That boot fucked me up because stupid people, when you meet stupid people, they always have something funny to say to you. They're like, oh, I see you got a boot on that foot. I'd hate to see the other guy. I'm like, what do you think I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme? Would I roundhouse kick this motherfucker or what? That's ridiculous. Surgery was jacked up for that too. I walked in, I had a surgeon that had two first names. Yeah, nobody in here wants to get cut up by somebody with two first names. He walked in, he was like, hi, Mr. Kobin, I am Chad Will, I'm your surgeon. And I said, puh! Chad will go get me a doctor with a proper name is what Chad will do. I lost my mojo for a while I had that boot on. I was on pills and shit. It was not good. I lost my mojo. I couldn't sleep with my fiance, so to speak. And then I started getting my feeling back. You know, I was like, oh, man, I'm ready to go. I was horny. I was ready to go. Problem was, my foot wasn't still ready to go. So I would just, like, chase her around the living room, but I look like Igor from Frankenstein because my foot, I'm just like, ah! Ah! Fornication, ah! She was terrified. She was absolutely terrified of me. I love her though, man. Yeah, I recently just got done going to a high school reunion. Anybody? No? I didn't want to, I had to. I'm the janitor there. Oh, hey, Craig, how you doing? It's good to see you. Let me get that trash for you real quick. I love Milwaukee. I love being here down in this comedy club. This is awesome. Like, Milwaukee, I love Milwaukee. I love my Bucks. I love the Brewers. I love everything Milwaukee. I've noticed, though, Milwaukee's like the only city I've ever been to where you can catch brothers taking the bus to a club. I don't think think that's how that's supposed to work. Like when you go to a club, right? When you go to a club, you're trying to pick up women. That's the goal. Like, how is that gonna go for this brother? And they're all dressed fly and shit and got glasses on. They're coming down the steps of the bus. Like, oh, shit. I'm ready to party. And then they get up in the club, say they meet somebody, too. They meet a nice young lady. And they're like, oh, hey, baby, how you doing? She's like, yeah, I like you, too. I like you, too. They start dancing. They're having a good time. Like, oh, okay. All right. You want to go back to your place? Yes, I do. Then they get outside, and she's like, well, where's your car? And he's like, well, here's your bus pass, bitch. We can take the transit system. I know it's true, but I've seen it. And this is from Milwaukee, not the suburbs. I'm not talking about the bus that you take to Summerfest. It's fucking awesome. My son just got done graduating from high school. Proud parent here. Proud parent, because I hated high school. I absolutely hated it. I got caught selling porn in high school. This is true too. Like, and back in my day, I had printed out photos and I was selling them to the underclassmen for like 25 cents a piece or whatever. And I got caught. I left the binder somewhere. And I went to grab it, and my assistant principal snatched me up by my jacket, dragged me into the principal's office. And the principal, and I had a male principal and a female assistant principal, and they were losing their minds at me in the office. They were like, are you kidding me? Mr. Kobin. They started calling me Mr. Kobin even though I'm 15. Mr. Kobin, this is disgusting. Horrific. Disgusting and horrific. I'm like, what are you guys yelling at me for? I cut your faces out the photos I took of you two. I didn't know there was a problem here. Like, what? Anybody in here parents? We got? Anybody parents of teens or young men? Problem I have with being a parent, the only one, I only got one problem, is dealing with other kids' parents. That's the worst thing that I've ever encountered really with being an actual dad, is dealing with other kids' parents. I had this kid come up, or it was his father. I picked my son up from high school and he comes up to me and he's like, poking me in the chest like that father poke, like, ah. He's like, my son came home the other day and he was using the F word. Then he told me that he learned it from your son, which means he learned it from you, sir. And I said, well, sounds like your kid's a tattletale. Which would make him a snitch. Which I'm sure he learned from you, you motherfucker. And I started dropping F-bombs. Piece of shit poking me. Hell no. If you do have a teen son, they are fucking disgusting human beings. My son, I don't think he's clipped his toenails in like 5 years. They started to curl over the edge of his toes. They look like eagle's talons. I'm like, And I try to think of the positive, right? Like, I try to think of the positive in his nasty-ass toenails. And I'm trying to stay focused on that because they're nasty. And I'm like, you know what? We live in Wisconsin. We get tornadoes or floods, right? And I think, you know what? All this dude has to do, say a tornado came whipping through here, just whoosh. All he has to do is dig them nasty-ass feet into the concrete. He ain't going nowhere. He's just clamped on, just... Shh, I'm good, Dad. Don't worry about me, man. Take care of yourself. I'm good. Like, if my son walked across this floor right now with his bare feet, it'd sound like somebody ripping Velcro, just... When I start thinking about that, I remember, you guys remember the store Athlete's Foot? Like, how the fuck are you gonna sell shoes when the shoe store is named after a foot fungus? That ain't right. That's like if I named a bookstore Dyslexia. Or named a bakery Yeast Infection. This idiot tried to get me to buy him a pair of jeans the other day, which I almost wore the same type of jeans tonight, but I didn't. Thanks to some lovely family members who are like, that ain't, you look like a teenage boy. Well, he tried to get me to buy him some jeans that had rips in them, and they were like $90. And they got rips in them. I'm like, what? I'm not gonna buy you jeans with rips in them. I said, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna take them old pair of pants you have right now. You see that little hole that you already got a little rip started? One morning when you wake up and you stick your stink ass foot through there, it's gonna catch that hole and you're gonna have rips in your jeans. I ain't paying a dime. Hell no, his stink feet. My son is awesome, though. I do love him. I mean, let's be honest. We love all our kids, right? Yeah, tappy love for that, yes. You love them to a certain extent. And I had my son over COVID, which was a little bit too much time. When he's there every day, you know, you don't want to deal with him every day. And his feet are so bad, like I had to start buying all sorts of candles and stuff. I was buying out the stores of candles. I even bought popcorn scented candles. My whole place smelled like butter because of this dude. It was not good. And then they ran out of the candles. So I started going online. I was like, oh man, I found something. They have vagina scented candles. It's a real thing. Gwyneth Paltrow and Erykah Badu sell candles based off the scent of their vagina. And I said, you can't market this to women. You can't market this to women. Imagine if a woman bought this, right? And she's married or has a boyfriend, and she lit that candle up, and your husband or your significant other shows up from work, long day, and he's like, oh. What is this lovely aroma I'm smelling in here? And your wife or your girlfriend goes, it's a vagina-scented candle, honey. I got it off of Amazon. It's a vagina-scented candle. And your husband goes, oh, that's what it's supposed to smell like. Can't sell them to churches. Because I didn't say dicks in a candle, now did I? We're just trying to gauge the room. Seeing how everybody's feeling right now. All right. Yeah. His feet are bad. He's always been kind of disgusting, man. He's a disgusting human being. I love him, but he's disgusting. Like, I remember one time my fiance and I started to live together, and I came home from work one day, and she's like, "You need to go in the bathroom." I was like, "What? Why?" She's like, "Go in the bathroom." I went in the bathroom, and I was looking around, and I opened up the shower curtain, and it looked like somebody shaved a duck in my bathtub. And I was like, what the hell is this? So I called my son, and I'm like, "Hey, yo, what's going on in here?" He's like, what you talking about, Dad? I was like, "I don't know, what is all this?" He's like, "I don't know, ask Kayla." I was like, "No! This looks like a bunch of little boy pubic hair in my bathtub." And it freaked me out. If he's doing it in the bathtub, that freaked me out. I don't have a problem if you're manscaping. I don't care about that. But if he's doing it in the tub, that means he's using a razor blade. Right? Say he nicks the wrong thing. Comes running out the bathroom like, Dad, and there's blood squirting out and shit. And now I gotta get on my goddamn knees and tuck his nut back into his sack and duct tape it because I don't have health insurance, okay? So it's a huge concern. Hell, he's been, even my first experience with him was absolutely disgusting. It was horrific. I was in there, and I was super young too. I was super young when I had him. I was like 17, 18, somewhere around there. Time goes away once you have a kid like that. And I was in there, and I'm like, oh shit, this is my son. They hand me this balled up thing and wrapped up in blankets and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, I was so proud. I was so happy. I'm walking around like, yes, yeah, this is mine. I was so fucking happy and proud. Yeah, this is my kid. And one of the doctors tapped me on the shoulder and says, "Sir, you do realize you're holding the placenta." I dropped it immediately, and the doctor lost his mind. He's like, "I was just joking!" Which makes a lot of sense with how my son is, but yeah. Punishments from him, because all these kids, like these kids, make sure you watch them with the Instagram and Facebook. They're idiots. Why put all your business out there like that? It's so stupid to me. And that's how I call him doing some stupid shit. Guess what? Dad follows you. Now Dad sees what you're doing. And I saw him doing some stupid shit, and so I had to punish him. And some of y'all might know my mom, but if you don't, my mom has this crazy, like, voice where she goes, "Ah!" It sounds kind of like a crow. And when she gets upset at me, "Ah!" And so I told her, I was like, I'm about to whoop this boy. And she's like, "He's too old, mate. Ah! You can't put the paws on him anymore." So I was like, you know what? All right, that's fine. I won't put hands on him. But my son has like these long, luxurious dreadlocks and stuff. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clip like 5 of them bitches off his head. So for a punishment, I clipped off 5 of his dreadlocks. And then laid them on his dresser in the bedroom as a reminder. You keep fucking with dad, you gonna look like that right there. You see that? Who sees it? I'll have you with patchy dreads out this motherfucker. I do not care. Have you looking like an island boy, those idiots. Island boy. Ah. How the hell do those 2 morons get famous off of being island boy? We got any, speaking of hair, we got any bald people out here? Don't worry. I'm not gonna point out the other bald people. Just know we're brethren. Fuck all these people with the good hair in here. We're brothers. Like, that's people with good hair. I hate y'all because when you scratch your head, you like do it with like a full-on hand and like, oh, it almost looks like a Fabio commercial and you're just like, oh, there's wind blowing and your hair's gusting behind you. Like, people bald or going bald, we scratch with 1 finger. Because we're afraid to lose more hair, damn it. It's just... I stupidly tried to, like, for a while there, I tried to grow out my beard to, like, offset the fact I was going bald. And then I knew I had to trim my beard back down because it was becoming a problem. Every time I walked into a Middle Eastern gas station, they thought I was there to work. Like, here you go, buddy. Here's the register. And I'm like, I'm just here for some smokes, man. I just want a pack of Camels. Oh, we ride camels, Oh, some of this is gonna get cut. Wow.
Leave it in there.
Yeah. Last time I was out in New York, speaking of hair, I love New York too, by the way. But the last time I was out there, I saw a dude who had a lazy eye. I'm not that mean. I'm not gonna make fun of his lazy eye, okay? But I swear to y'all, it looked like he was cutting his own hair. Like he was in the mirror, because he had this weird line, like he was in the mirror for a second. It was just like, yeah, this is gonna look good. And he was buzzing it up, he had a good line, and once he got to that lazy eye, it just went zoop! Where the fuck? Oh, like, goddamn. I love New York though, man. I do. New York was like the first city I ever went to, and I saw 2 like straight up gangsters. Hood, packing heat probably. Just gangsters. Riding a tandem bike. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like, how you gonna be gangster riding a tandem bike? They're just riding this shit. I'm like, well, they saw an op or somebody they didn't want to see, and he's just like, hey, yo, dog, hey. There go Carl right there in the corner. Turn that motherfucker. Oh, shit, my chain got caught in the bike chain. Hold up, pull it over. New York, the only problem I ever have really with New York is that it's like super crowded. because there's no space, everybody takes their dog to a dog park. Y'all got dogs? Okay, dogs? You take them to the dog park? No. Fuck the dog park and fuck the people that take them to the dog park. I took our dog once to a dog park. Took him once. And that was enough for me to be like, okay, enough is enough. And I kept mine on a leash, and apparently that's not something you're supposed to do. But I didn't want him nipping at other dogs. And of course, as I have him on a leash, and I'm walking him around, here comes a little shit-ass dog nipping at my dog's ankles. And small enough, I just shoot it away. All right, get up out of here, buddy. See you later. And some dude came storming down. Hey, what do you think you're doing, buddy? I was like, what? He's like, what do you think you're doing? That's my dog. I was like, well, I don't know. This dog is nipping at my dog. It's not like I'm Michael Vick. I didn't punt this fucker across the field. He's like, well, do you know who I am? I said, why would I know who you are? We're at a dog park, bro. And he's like, I'm the curator here. I said, well, shit, you need to curate this dog a little better behavior. And he pulled like a old school umpire move on me and goes, yeah, out of here, buddy. And I got kicked out of a dog park. Who gets kicked out of a dog park? I tried to show up like a week later, and there was like a crayon drawing of me on the front gate. It said, "Don't let this man in." It was like colored in yellow with a black squiggly line for a beard. I was like, that looks like Osama bin Laden. Who else could that be? Getting kicked out of a dog park. My dog and farts, I don't know. We fart people in here? Yeah, everybody farts. Right? My dog and farts. Like, example, if I farted right now, most of y'all be like, oh, this motherfucker's nasty, and just leave, right? Like, that's what would happen. Not my dog, or most dogs. Like, if I farted and I was just sitting on the couch, and my dog heard me fart, he runs in the room like a sophisticated human being, just like, oh, what is on the menu tonight? Someone preparing a little steak tartare. Speaking of farts. Fellas, find you a woman that you like their farts. That's how I fell in love with my fiance. That was the starting point. It was... Her farts were adorable. Let's be honest, fellas. You don't want some girl that's just like a horse that's just letting it go. Just you don't want that. Yeah. Sound like a foghorn or something. Rump. Her farts were adorable. Her farts sounded like somebody shuffling an old deck of cards. Every time she farted, I was like, babe, we playing cribbage? What's happening in there? What's going on? I do think some of the reason her farts even started sounding like that was because she went on keto. She lost a lot of weight. I mean, you guys clap for that. I mean, how many of you motherfuckers are losing weight right now? Right? And I was like, shit, she's losing all this weight. And I looked in the mirror. I was like, am I gaining it? I was freaked out. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, my nipples had shifted to the side of my body. Like, my fucking torso looks like a hammerhead shark. Like, picture Mr. Potato Head, but you take his eyes and put them in the arm sockets. That's my body. That is my body. It didn't make sense, but I went with it. I do love her. I almost got in serious trouble with her. She had a work conference call when she still worked at her old job. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll sit in the background. And everybody's having a good time and laughing, just talking work or whatever. And Kayla's like, oh, this fly keeps flying in front of me during the camera. Sorry, guys, the fly's flying in front of me. I gotta get it away. I gotta get this fly away. And me in the background, stupidly, went, I'm surprised it didn't get stuck in your makeup. That was the couch night. If I had another incident with her then not that long after that. And we're drinkers. Speaking of which, let me get it. And we were both tipsy. And I got these steep steps that take me up to our floor. And we're going up the steps. And she's in front of me, and I'm behind her. And we're laughing, having a good time. And she fell down the steps. And my instant reaction was to cling the wall. And I let her fall to the bottom of the steps. Because all I could think about was like, say I tried to help while she was falling, and I like got some sort of hair or skin fragment under my fingernails, and she fell down to the bottom and broke her neck or some shit. What the hell you think's happening to my half black ass out here? Nope. Do you need me to call 911, babe? That's about as far as I'm going. I ain't putting no prints aside this wall and the phone. Tell me, blink twice if you're okay down there. I need to see something move. You don't want to get in arguments that you can't stop either. Like, I got in a stupid argument with my fiance not that long ago. It was super stupid. She was like, Mike, can you go get the chapstick out of my purse? I went up to the purse. I was like, holy shit, there's like 17 zippers on this motherfucker. What am I supposed to do with this? So like a logical man, I brought her back the whole purse. She did not like that. She lost her mind. She was like, I told you to get the chapstick out of my purse. I was like, what do you want me to do with this labyrinth you got going on here? She goes, it's in the side pocket. What the fuck is a side pocket? Maybe it's in the front back pocket. There's a front back pocket? That doesn't even make sense. Shit looked like one of Michael Jackson's jackets with all the zippers on this thing. And I love her. Like I said earlier, I'm not, I ain't soul brother up here, but we're in an interracial relationship, and there's differences. There's some differences, like music. She likes different music than I do. Like, I like Al Green. You guys know Al Green? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is Al Green. Hey, a little love. And God damn it, you lied to me, all of you. You should know the lyrics. Little love and happiness. And she likes, like, Miley Cyrus. Pretty sure she's a Swiftie, closeted Swiftie. She's a closeted Swiftie. But I played her a little Al Green one night. I played her a little Al Green. I played her a little Love and Happiness. And she was in the living room with me just, oh, okay. She's like, oh, yeah, all right. Who is this again, Mike? I was like, this is the Reverend, baby. This is Al Green. This is Al Green right here. She was like, oh, shit, okay, Al Green? I was like, yeah, she lost her mind. She goes, I didn't know the black guy from Good Morning America sang songs. I said it ain't Al Roker. There's more than one black dude out there named Al, babe. Damn. I remember one of the first times I met her parents, and they took me up north, which is all right. I was skeptical at first because I've seen the movie Get Out. But it ended up being a pretty good time. And her dad likes fishing, I like fishing. We were out in this lake, and I remember I was like, I gotta take a leak, but there's all these little white kids running around. I'm like, oh shit. I don't know. I gotta pee somewhere more privately. I didn't want the security or whatever to come get me. And he's like, oh, go to this outhouse right over there around the corner. I'm like, all right, cool. I get up there, and I open the door. There's like 500 flies in this motherfucker. Just swarming. I'm like, I'm a man, God damn it. I'm gonna figure this out. So I cover my face up and I go into the outhouse. And I kick up the toilet seat to take a leak, and like 5,000 more flies shoot out the damn toilet. I lose my mind, turn around, and the door handle was on the wrong side of the door. So I'm sitting there like jerking at this thing, trying to get out. The whole time, Candyman's beating the shit out of me in here. Pants around my ankles, I fall out the door, and wouldn't you know, there's a goddamn cop right there. Like, I've been dealing with that my whole life. Growing up mixed, like, I was always too white for the black kids and too black for the white kids. So I finally said, fuck it, and I learned Spanish. And then all of a sudden, now everybody loves me, right? I remember I used to have this job at a car dealership. This is like one of the first times I kind of started realizing some of this shit. I had a job at a car dealership, and I wanted to be moved up from the mechanic area to selling the cars. And my boss, or the owner of the dealership, was like, I don't know, Mike, you talk a little black. I was like, what? That didn't even make sense. What are you trying to say? I was like, I'm mixed. Like, I don't need to curse or anything like that. It's not like I'd be going up to people like, what up, motherfucker? You check out these rims on this ride right here, cuz? You like that whip, dog? You like that shit? Clearly, I can just turn my voice and be like, hey, man, would you like to see a bucket seat right here? The seatbelts latch on nicely. It's ridiculous. Yeah. my parents were in a interracial relationship. And like I said earlier, I'm adopted from my parents, and neither one of them knew what the fuck I was either when I was adopted. I think, honestly, my true opinion is they walked in and were like, oh, well, that one's brown, let's get that. Like, they didn't get me for love, it was to coordinate with the family. You know what I'm saying? It was to more fit in. And my dad and mom, they're complete opposites. My mom was from Jersey, hardcore. She was badass, dog. She whooped my ass, man. I caught belts, all sorts of shit. And my dad was from Appleton, Wisconsin. Hey, guys, how you doing? All right, nice to meet you. All right, we're gonna do a handshake. All right, hey, he would handshake everybody in this goddamn room if he was here. He'd do a belt grab too. Oh, what's going on? Gun show. All right, over there, and you, all right. And it was weird growing up like that though. Like, being mixed in a mixed household, like my mom, like I said, would whoop my ass. She was the type of lady that would come down to the high school. Like if my principal called them up, she'd storm down there and be like, what room is he in? And then yank me out and whoop me in the hallway or some shit. It'd be fucked up. Like right now, any of the tables in here, even the bar, y'all right there with the bar, she'd lose her mind. She's like, you don't got coasters? Ah! Why isn't there coasters? You know, like the goddamn table ain't made out of Michael Jackson's skeleton. What the hell do you care? My mom lost her shit at me once even. Back in the day when I would write material or whatever, I'd be writing my jokes. And she was like, yeah, go ahead, go in there. And I went on there. I was like, Mom, how do you get on my computer? Which is document. And my mom lost her shit. She was like, what? I said, yeah, how do I get on my computer? She was like, your computer? This ain't your computer, this is my computer. I was like, Mom, it's a PDF or something. She was like, you cursing at me in acronyms now, boy? Oh, God damn, Mom, damn, no. I remember I told her a story about one of the first times I dealt with a little racism when I moved out to the Milwaukee County area. Thank you for not clapping for that. And she was just like, you better deal with it, boy. And I was like, oh, shit. And police pulled us over, and I was with a bunch of my white friends. And we were hanging out in the car, and police pulls us over, and he's like, huh. Just strictly goes for me and goes, huh. Smells like somebody was drinking in here. I go, it smells like somebody's cooking bacon. But that don't mean anybody's making breakfast in this motherfucker, does it? Second time I got, oh, yeah. They had me hemmed up on the hood. I was like, God damn, I'm 15, bro. It was a joke. That's a true story, too. I actually, that really actually happened to me. My parents, though. My dad was a little different. My dad didn't whoop my ass like that. My dad was more of a prankster. He liked to play jokes on me. And I remember one time he was like, Mike, you like Halloween? Remember that time you got caught selling porn? I like Halloween. Halloween's coming up real quick. And I'm like, oh shit, Halloween is coming up quick. He's like, yeah, you like dressing up and playing characters? Guess what we're gonna do this Halloween? I was like, what? I got all excited. He's like, we're gonna go dressed as a slave and a slave master. Him, not me. I mean, I had to go with it. And he made me like get in character, so like every door I went up to, I had to like do it. I had to, excuse me. I would quiver the lip too to try to add a, excuse me. You give me some candy, I can be free. Please, just a Snickers or something, please. First door we get up to, it was a black lady that answered the door. And I did it all. I was like, excuse me. Give me some candy, I'll be free. She looked at me and she said, you ain't black, what, you Puerto Rican? You ain't been no damn slave, get off my porch. Second house I get up to, same thing. A little candy, please, I'll be free. And it was a big, burly white dude. Bald head, too. I said the line, and he looks at me and looks at my dad and goes, how much for him? Yep, that's my family for you. Hey. Family reunions were fucked up. Like, if you went to my dad's side, it's so weird. They got, like, little circles and shit, like singing kumbayas and church hymns and all this weird nonsense. Go to my cousins in the hood in Jersey, they got circles too. But in these circles, they're smoking blunts. And I remember one time I was down with all my cousins in Jersey, and they were smoking and shit, and they were just sitting there smoking. And they saw my dad at the top of the hill, like, oh, shit. There go Terry up there. I was like, oh, yeah, it's all right. They're like, there go Terry, man. There go Terry. I'm like, oh, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. And here we all spot him, and he comes storming down with his walk. That Appleton, like... What's going on down here? First thing I was like, what's happening? What's going on down here? And cousins are like, damn, Terry, we just smoking on a blunt. He's like, a blunt? Let me show you how we did this back in the 70s. Grabs the blunt out of my cousin's hand, not even knowing what kind of strand or anything like it is. Starts puffing. He's just hitting it hard. Blows it out. Next thing you know, my hood-ass cousins and my dad from Appleton are talking about tractor trailers and birds. My dad's like, what is even the purpose of a bird? You can't fucking fry it up if you got it in the house. And then my cousin's like, damn, Terry, I didn't know a blue heron was a bird. That's the shit we sell in the corner. When I was in New York, too, I noticed I love board games. And I love the game Clue. I love the game Clue. I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I ain't never seen a black character in the game Clue. And it dawned on me. It's because it wouldn't be a mystery game anymore. Everybody would just blame the black guy, am I right? Like, sorry, honey, I got him again. I don't know. I started going to daddy-daughter dances. Word of advice. Do not cut in with the other dads dancing with their daughters. Apparently that's frowned upon. Nobody told me. You mind if I cut in here, buddy? Or, Well, where's your daughter? I don't have one. I did that joke down south. They thought I was a motivational speaker. Hey, you guys, you've been awesome. Give it up for your other comics. Brandon, Jesse.